What is something people only say in an argument after they've lost? No, you. My house, my rules. Whatever. Well, we'll have to agree to disagree. If you had been given a chance to save something from your burning house, what would it be? My cat and her kittens. My dog. My leopard gecko. My cat, no question. What did a person do that made you flip your shit? I was watching a YouTube video on how to barbecue poo. Removed. Startled me while I was in a porta potty. I get very angry when someone says I did something when I didn't. I know everyone does, but I get the most at this. So basically about 6 months ago my friend stole something from the school. Now he told me he would do this and I didn't do it with him. I didn't snitch when I should have. But 3 weeks ago it comes up and then he blames me so much I get so angry that I expose all the dirt on him. It ruined all of his relationships and he got caught for what he did. If they thought it was me that did it, I would have gotten a big punishment like he did. Never talked to him since. I told him, you did this to yourself. That's the last thing I said to him. It's been 3 weeks. Don't know if I will see him again. Why do you like summer more than winter, or vice versa? Winter because of the snow and sports that come with it, like skiing. I think I like winter the best in the summer if it's Saturday and I don't get all these tasks accomplished and do all these things and see all these people and ruin myself ragged. I feel like I'm wasting my day. In the winter there is no expectation to even leave the house. Winter. Rather be cold than hot. Plus no bugs. Honestly can't think of a single positive thing about summer other than arbitrary societal constructs. I like summer because England looks beautiful. The buildings glow, especially when they're of an orangey red brick. The sky is a beautiful powder blue with a few lonely, crisp white clouds dotted about. And the land itself is 1,000 shades of the most verdant green imaginable. I like winter because I don't sweat like a fucking pig. Former religious people of Reddit, what made you stop believing in your religion? All the hate that was preached. The discrimination and the sexism and telling people they're going to hell even if they're a good person really turned me off. Just too lazy to go to church. I read the Bible and stopped believing in a God that supposedly made women from a rib. Too many things didn't add up. What's something that indescribably pisses you off? People who repeat themselves over and 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 over again. Narcissism, entitlement, lack of empathy and caring about others. Walls painted blue. I won't even try to describe it. People defending drug addicts. When people say drug addicts, they aren't referring to people who get addicted via prescription. At least in the US. They are talking about street druggy pieces of shit. Have a lot of them in the family and I hate them with a passion. Oh, but you just don't know what they're going through. Even though I hate them, I still care more than those motherfuckers could ever care. What would be the advices you would give to 18 yo-you? Get off the computer and touch some grass. Buy Bitcoin. That there's no such word as advices, that advice is both singular and plural. Don't smoke that joint. Don't snort that line. Don't take that pill. Don't put that needle in your arm and put the cork back in that bottle. Continue your education because you're not going to die by the time you're 30, 35, 40, 45 or even 50. A college degree shows more than a field of education. It shows to the world that you have the ability to stick to something. Pick up a guitar and learn to play it. What person do you hope is in hell? The guy who created the Liberty commercial. And all those fucks who caused 9/11. Jimmy Savile. The devil. Henry Kissinger. Wait, he's still not dead? What about your job could be considered creepy when out of context? I spend all day opening boxes that were meant for someone else. I have access to a large portion of my region's birthdays, social security numbers, home addresses, phone number, email address, and regular shopping activity. Banker. I cut up dead flesh and serve it to people so they can cook it over an open flame. That's right, I'm a butcher for a meat department. I watch kids. What's your favorite piece of environmental storytelling? Either when Florida created an ecological disaster by attempting to create an artificial reef out of used tires, or when Virginia tried something similar with WW2-era ships that were chock full of pollutants. The storyline of the album Infest the Rat's Nest by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Also their previous album Fishing for Fishies, which was released a few months earlier. Dune by Frank Herbert. The passages where he describes the interplay between the desert environment of Dune and the life cycle of the worm are amazing. I love video game details that show a world that we lived in. Red Dead 2 is littered with old abandoned cabins, fossils, signs of an aging and evolving landscape. In The Witcher 3 you can stumble upon the foundation of an old forgotten castle atop a hill near a village on Ard Skellige that has no recollection or memory, and makes you wonder how many kingdoms have come and gone. But I also love the everyday details of life, or the residual details from something the player influenced, like a particular train robbery or the slaying of a giant that is talked about by villagers long after the mission ended. I love that. What's keeping you going? Alcohol and Kit Kats. Addiction to Genshin Impact. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees. And keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard ya hit. It's about how hard you can get it and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But ya gotta be willing to take the hits. And not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him. Or her. Or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that. Tilda Rocky. I genuinely don't know. Which singer should never have been famous? 6ix9ine. Lil Xan. Bad Body, Catch Me Outside Girl. DJ Khaled. If you get Aladdin lamp, what 3 wishes you will ask? I wish I was taller, I wish I was a baller, I wish I had a 75 inches dick, I carry it on a stroller. $5 trillion, the ability to shapeshift, and the genie's freedom. I'd use all 3 of them to wish that I never had to read this question ever again on Reddit. 1. Turn the lamp into a lava lamp. 2. Bring back Norm. 3. Destroy Canada. They've had it too good for too long. What's an underrated quote? It's a quote that doesn't get the recognition it deserves. I do have a disability, my IQ is too high, v. True friendship is clear like water. False friendship is sweet like honey. No one was born ugly. We were just born in a judgmental society, And you were born to be real. Not to be perfect, Shuga. How do you stop being terrified of the afterlife? Everything you are, every atom of your body, has been 1,000 things before you. The iron in your blood was born in the heart of a star. It traveled thousands of light years 1 billion years ago, and now it's part of you. You have been 100,000 things before, and your body will make up 100,000 things again. No energy in the universe is created or destroyed, just changed. To me that makes death much less scary. I'm just part of the cycle of life. My consciousness just a brief blip in the journey of my atoms through the cosmos. This is possibly the worst place to ask this question if you're scared of that stuff. Who says you can't be terrified? It's your life. And afterlife. If you want it to be scary, that's your right. I can't remember the time before I was born, so I'm guessing it will be the same after I'm gone. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Here, https://youtube.be/wjv2own0ibq. There. Nowhere, you're laying in bed. New Braunfels, Texas. It's where they inject the dreams and administer the hangovers for the morning. What movie you watched in theater with only you and or very few in attendance? I watched the original Suicide Squad movie on the first Sunday of 2016-2017 NFL season. I was the only one in the entire theater. I managed to catch Dune in its last IMAX showing in my town. Nobody else there. It was fucking incredible. 8th grade, there were only 4 people as well as myself. House of 1000 Corpses. Who is the most famous person among your friends or relatives? Tim Tebow. Most people in the pub know Dave. My family is friends with Anthony Rizzo and his family. My cousin Christy. She was on Gas Monkey Garage for a while.